Hi, I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or an extra long novel that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, I don't know why I tried to do this, and by way of explanation, tells her life story. At this point, we're 2/3 to 3/4 through the series, in about book 4. Ava Mueller is the protagonist. She's in her mid-20s, and she just returned from a trip to New York. The first thing I noticed when I opened the door to my apartment is that it's hot, like summer beach hot. My new roommate has moved in. Did I? No, I forgot to tell you. At the Y, where I started going to work out, a worker there told me she knew a good person if I wanted a roommate. I'd mentioned to her that I might get a roommate. Why did I want a roommate? Loneliness, though I didn't tell her that part. Lenny is a handsome and well-built black man, 18. Did I feel important when I told him that I'd be in New York when he moved in, that I'd had the key under the mat to make himself at home, and that I'd see him on Monday, like some globe-trotting creative fashion designer, or maybe merely someone popular, with equally popular but more successful friends that I could go visit in New York, and they'd come visit me. Along with the waves of heat come voices, cigarette smoke, and the smell of overcooked meat. I take off my shoes, hang up my coat, and carry my bags downstairs. In the living room, Lenny and 3 other guys crouch around my faux marble side table. They moved it from its place to the left of the futon couch, and I've turned over 2 milk crates to use as chairs, along with the 2 I have. They're playing cards. Down the hall, into the kitchen, I see that my lone window has been blocked with a dish towel. I notice a layer of smoke hanging in the air near the ceiling. Hi, Lenny says. Hello. These are my friends. I barely hear what he's saying as he introduces the 3 guys. One of them stands up. He's young, probably just out of high school. Lenny is just out of high school, I suddenly realize. Cordoba, or is it Cordova? Corboda, smirks as he stands, hands in his pockets, hips jutting forward. Long black hair, glossy but not thick, and a hooked nose, baggy jeans, and a dark beige golf jacket. The kind of guy that would drive a dark beige, used, part luxury, part sport, 2-door sedan with a trunk full of B&E tools, or Cordova. It's hot, I say. Is it? Says Lenny. Yeah, I look at the thermostat. Turn it down if you want, says Lenny. I do. Well, we should go, says Cordova. I put my bags in my room, the guys leave, then I go to the kitchen. Another of my dish towels is lying on the counter, cradling a huge off-white and speckled swipe of congealed grease. My baking tin balances on the edge of the stove, holding more congealed grease where it tips down, slick in the middle and gritty throughout. I grab it and slam it in the sink. Now I'm obsessed with art. I spend hours at the hardware store perusing the aisles for materials I can use. I spend even more time at the Salvation Armies, traveling further and further from home in search of unusual things. The perfect fabrics, bags of random broken jewelry and beads, buttons, and more broken toys. Lenny has a girl over. We have loud sex. The next morning when I see her, she doesn't say hi, disappearing into his room for a few minutes before fleeing up the stairs. Hello? Hi, someone told me to call you regarding renting or borrowing a skeleton. Silence. I'm an artist. I want to project it on the wall and trace it. Oh, well, we have skeletons, yes, says the woman. Silence. I'm happy to put down a deposit if you'd rent me one. Just a minute. Shuffling, muffled talking, footsteps. Hello? Hi. You can borrow one. How long would you need it for? 2 weeks, however long you can spare it. 2 weeks is fine. When do you want to pick it up? Today. Okay. Do you know where we are? 7th Street? Yeah. We'll have it waiting for you at reception. Thank you. How much will it cost? No charge. Just bring it back when you're done. Really? I can leave a deposit or whatever. It's fine. Just make sure you bring it back. I hang up the phone, bursting inside. The Arbor U Medical School is lending me a skeleton. They don't even know me. How can this be? I have another sheet up in the hallway. I want life-size skeletons on it, but it would take me forever to draw them, and even then they'd look weird. Why should I draw when I can trace? Why should I draw when I can light up a skeleton and trace its shadow? Machines, projectors, cameras, these are the future. Writers don't need to draw anymore. Lenny is going to start a company, he says. He and his friends will kill people, break limbs, and beat people up for a price. Cool, I reply, looking up from where I sit on my bed, sewing a button back onto my army pants. Lenny leans against the door frame, one well-muscled arm up over his head. We're going to call ourselves Murder Incorporated. Emily and I went to see this movie, Do the Right Thing. It was so incredible. I didn't know cops harassed Black people and threw them in jail all the time for no reason. I barely heard of rap. I didn't know that despite the fact that radio stations wouldn't play niggas with attitudes straight out of Compton, they went platinum. I buy Air Jordans. I find a store, though it's more like a tiny office in a low-rise walk-up near the Pioneer, where a chubby white guy in a basketball t-shirt sells cassettes of obscure rap bands with cheaply printed black and white insert covers. The real deal, I think. But the raps are slow and labored, so I go back to the bigger name acts like Niggas with Attitude, Public Enemy, and Booby Down Productions. I can't get enough of rap. I buy cassette after cassette at Hi-Fi. I don't know if I believe Lenny about Murder Incorporated, but even if it's true, there is so much prejudice, and it's so difficult for a Black kid like him to get ahead that I understand if he has to make money any way he can. It's not Lenny's fault. It's the fault of rich white people. I'm not afraid of Lenny. He'd never kill me. The way he stands in my doorframe, I know I could have sex with him if I wanted to. He's not going to kill someone he wants to have sex with. He won't, though. It'd be awkward being roommates.